Okay, well, today's a bit different. We start dreaming a little further ahead. We start asking braver questions. And we start feeling this quiet excitement within that maybe, just maybe, more is possible for us than what we've been living. That's the energy we're walking into right now. Moments where we're encouraged to follow what lights us up, to explore, to learn, to take chances that match who we are becoming. This energy can open up new paths in love, shift the way we handle money, spot opportunities and adventures as they arrive. Okay, before I go much further, let's break down the energy together. We'll start with the numerology, then the astrology. Of course, we'll turn to the cards, but first, let me take a moment to say thank you. Thank you for being here, for hyping me. That's a new thing, and I appreciate that, truly. Your love, your support, your light. Thank you so much for being here. So hi, I'm Telly. This is Tarot with Telly. Welcome to your daily focus, December the 1st, 2025. So rabbit, we always say that on the 1st of every month to bring us luck, or maybe you have another tradition. And before we dive into the daily numerologies, we need to look at the numerology of December. So December is our 12th month. That's a time when we are in the here and now, to be present, to get into the practice of just taking a few short, deep breaths a couple of times a day and release some of that tension so that you can feel alive, so that you can feel energetic. It's a time when we look at where we have control in our life and where we need control, where we can let go of control. Perhaps it's a time to surrender to something that we have been fighting just out of, pride, perhaps. 1 plus 2 is the 3, and that is our imagination, that is our thoughts, that is our voice, that is our communication, and that is our curiosity, and allowing our heart, our intuition to lead us through with curiosity. Now, we need to add that to the year, which is 2025. So 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 5, it gives us a 9 energy. So we go 3 plus 9, and that equals a 12 again. So how cool is that? So know that this energy is electrified throughout the entire month of December for ourselves. Today we have the energy of the one, the I am, the independent, the trailblazer, knowing that we are capable of great successes and seeing our horizon expand with the opportunities and the adventures that we can step into if we dare. If we look at the daily numerology, it would be a 3 plus a 1 plus a 9. That gives us a 13. Now 13 is Venus's number. To just, kind of give you a little peek into what we're going to be talking about, because Venus has been highlighted our entire weekend, highlighted today, highlighted tomorrow, I believe, as well. So we have the 13 energy. That's a very lucky number. That is a number of giving and receiving, of true passion and joy and desire. Opportunities, adventures, doors open. Now, with the 13 energy, it may not seem like what happened to us is all that lucky. Okay, so it's the label we put on things, to be honest with you. And when we look back at this time, we will see, if we don't automatically see it, we will see it when we look back and say, if that didn't happen, I'd never be in this moment today. I'd never be in, I can't even imagine. I would never would have met all of you, or I never would have, had this experience, whatever it may be. 1 plus 3 is a 4, and that's about getting our ducks in a row, working on our foundation, making it strong, capable of allowing us to build success upon success on top of it. Calendar is out, the books are out, the journal's out, so you can find all of the details to that in the links provided in the description box below. And our sun is in Sagittarius. Our moon is in Aries, and I don't think it leaves Aries until like after like 11 p.m. tonight. It might jump into Taurus, Eastern Standard Time. So the majority of us will have an entire day of this beautiful Aries energy. Now today, Venus spends its first full day in Sagittarius. Venus has been in those deep, deep crevices of Scorpio, digging down into the emotional depths, and we've really had quite a workout this last period. I mean, I can't remember a time when it was so intense for such a long period. The Mercury retrograde definitely lent a hand to all of that. So now Venus moves into Sagittarius. The optimist, the explorer, the student. And this is where all of that work is. It's going to feel like we've won the lottery because we've cleaned so much clutter out of our thoughts and our heart. And maybe we didn't act upon a lot of it, but we see it now. And now we go into this very optimistic energy. So yeah, it'll be like winning the lottery. If we just stood up and took notice and did the work that was being asked of us. I don't want to get ahead of myself. Okay, well, we'll deal a little bit with that. Okay, Venus. Venus is about love and money, desire, beauty. So when Venus enters Sagittarius, we become a little bit more adventurous, a little bit more optimistic, a little bit more bold, truthful, inspired. So this is a time when we realize that we have been holding our life to a smaller standard than what our heart really wants, desires. And we suddenly feel that, you know what, we've got to raise the bar on this. Our standards rise. And we could have moments throughout this time, just the money shows up or the help arrives just at the right time when we finally made that choice to step into the path that truly aligns with our heart center, our beliefs, our passions. So between now and December 24th, because Venus will enter Capricorn on the 24th, plan a local day trip or two, okay? Even, something grand, a big trip, or maybe a whole bunch of little afternoons or a day. Go and explore something that you've always wanted to explore but never took the time to. This is a great time for learning experiences. So start a course, a workshop, a class, a seminar even that excites you, stretches your mind. And definitely it's a time to refresh the space we live in. Maybe it's our office, maybe it's our homes, maybe it's our wardrobe. And just brighten up and simplify. I hear simplify. Just bring in the beauty. Get rid of the rest. Or we could find ourselves donating our time or energy or our resources to a cause that reflects our beliefs, our values. Definitely, it's a time to spend more time outside, under the open sky, and reconnect with that big picture kind of energy. Just look for opportunities to bring in the essence of Venus into our life through color and beauty and love and prosperity. Ask yourself, where do I need more freedom or truth or adventure in my life? What if I just took a moment to totally buy into and trusted that there is a bigger, better, richer life waiting for me? And if that were true, if I just bought into that for the moment, what is that one bold step I would take for myself? Venus in Sagittarius is, it's a small stretch of time where our heart just demands room for growth. Love, money, self-worth. All those things get tied to our beliefs, our hunger for truth, and our willingness to step beyond what's familiar. So we become more honest, more adventurous, and less interested in arrangements that limit who we are becoming. Okay, let's turn to the cards, shall we? Who did we have at the bottom? Look at that, the Six of Pentacles. Very much, I see this as the 13 energy here. Okay, the giving and the receiving. And is it a two-way street? Is it a win-win? Okay, do the people I support and love me as well? And where am I giving my time, my energy, my resources to when it comes to people in my life? And do they deserve it? Do they demand it? Are they there for me? So, very much with this card, it's about understanding how we distribute our magic, our wealth, our kindness, our beauty. Okay, underlying energy for today, the Ace of Wands. Yeah, so we want to bring things into our life that bring in a balance, that help us to feel that sense of security, that sense of feeling grounded. Like we know, we know what to do and how to do it and when to do it and why to do it and the reasons behind all of that. Our actions, our words. There's fog here, so Venus has just entered Sagittarius, so it's going to take a couple of days to really get that energy going, and we'll feel it at the end as well. More of the completion of our path, so set some goals for yourself now until, the 24th, 25th, the new year, in some of the changes that you want. Maybe it's just putting fresh flowers in the middle of your dining room table. And you just want to start doing that on a regular basis so that when you sit down at that table, there's always a beautiful bouquet of flowers. Or maybe they greet you at the front entrance of your apartment or your dwelling or your home. Or maybe it's flowers in the office. Maybe they're, they don't have to be real. So I tell you, some of the flowers that I see that are imitation, because some people say, well, I got an allergy, can't have that in the office. So, go and get some really nice flowers to just set on your desk that are artificial. My mom used to do, and she'd go in and she'd go and cut the bulrushes down, and different Queen Anne's lace was another one that she used a lot. And but she'd go and she'd pick out the wildflowers and everything, and then she would spray them with hairspray and then hang them upside down to dry, or dry in the way that she wanted them to. And then she would take spray paints and make them different colors if they had, turned a little bit of brown. She always did gold and silver for the bulrushes. But she put the hairspray so that it wouldn't fall apart, and they don't. They last for an extremely long time. And then she wait till the next season, do it all again. So there's different ways of being able to decorate on a budget, and being able to decorate that is mindful of everybody else's maybe health issues or their feelings as well. So that's just a win-win. I don't know where that came from, but I know all the time when those things start to come out, and it sounds very kind of specific that it is for a very small group of you to hear, but you were supposed to be here. They knew they were going to guide you to this anyway, so that you would hear it. Yeah, let's go on to our first card, shall we? The Six of Wands. Okay, so this is a time, this is the one energy, the I am energy, knowing that we are accomplished, knowing that we have done many things in our life that has got us to this moment. We've honed our skills, our abilities, who we are. We have molded ourselves into this new experience. And this isn't a time to lay back and rest on our laurels and say, job well done. This is a time to really come alive, to grab your next mission and run with it. Because now that looking back, you see that you have accomplished certain things in your life. That you have grown in many ways. It has prepared you for the path that you want to step into. We have the Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles says, you know what? You really have to mind your money during these times. You really have to, and Venus is a lot about money, and I can see, with a Sagittarian kind of energy, money can really flow through your fingers really quickly. Okay, you want to just show your love by paying for the meal for everybody, or you think of the gifts that you can buy people, or are you spending money on things that really make you laugh and everything. But go home, think about it for 24 hours, and then come back to the situation or something. We can show our love just by, and it's an honest, loving kind of, let me buy that for you. Let me do this for you. Let me. The Queen of Pentacles says, okay, you've got wealth, and nobody can take that wealth away from you unless you will it. But you've worked hard for that wealth. You know, when you go to buy something, think about how many hours you had to work in order to actually get that one item. And was that worth 5 hours of you going in and giving away your time, your energy to something else rather than yourself so that you could have this item? Put it a little bit more in a perspective. I think that we have to kind of be warned a little bit under the Sag energy when Venus is in there. Now, I love this queen because she will spend her money. She will spend her money. So let's use it in a business sense, okay? You started this small business and it's kind of grown a little bit. And you're finding it really hard to manage everything. So by hiring somebody to clean your house twice a week, saves you a lot of time and energy that you can put towards your goal, your dream, your desires. Or maybe you need to hire somebody to do the finances. And it's an investment when you do these things. So are you investing your money into your future, or are you spending money? And we can apply that in any part of our life. What is it costing me in order to have this in my life? And what am I investing in so that I can do more with my life? That's why, the millionaire has the chauffeur, so they can sit in the back seat, and while they're driving from point A to point B, they can get a whole bunch done. They can make a bunch of phone calls, and they can look over their notes for the day and what they have planned, and pull up that proposal that they just got in an email or something. So that would be an investment, because now you're freeing up time so that you can do more for you. So look at it under that kind of light, especially with the Queen of Pentacles there. And the storm is over. You don't have to worry as much. Okay? That real tight energy of growth is finally, starting. And we've really been doing it since March. Remember, in March, we were just waiting for that big oomph, and we got, no, we're going to look internally now. For the rest of the year, we're going to work on us, figure out what we really want, figure out what we don't want, so that we can enter 2026 with a bunch of new ideas and no luggage, no baggage. And when I say that, here's the magician. The magician says it's yours. If you want it, it's yours. Your passion, your dreams, your desires. We whisper it to the magician. He throws your attention up into the universe, and then he puts his other arm down. I can't do it because the chair's in the way here, but to make it tangible, to make it real, to put it as a part of your reality going forward. And it can be anything, but you have to show up, and you have to want it, and you have to desire it, and you have to have a passion for it, and you have to almost be in the mindset of, with or without the magic, I'm doing this. It's going to work one way or another. You have to be invested into it. You have to be showing up and putting in the work. But it will flow to you. It will flow to you. Okay, ancient stones. And we have the singing stones. Transmit your vibration and use your voice. Well, I couldn't think of a better card. Once again, I mean, this deck seems to be very tedious in how long it is, and I'm not familiar enough with the deck yet to shorten it. I don't want to shorten the message on you, and you miss a part of what's essential for your life going forward. But I'm hoping I get there. Okay. In world mythology, there are many stories in which song, sound, and vibration are mysteriously connected to the stones. Some myths speak of certain stones having the power to tone or make musical sounds when they are struck or rubbed together in the right way. And the others tell stories that create enchanted echo chambers that activated by the voice. Other stories feature stones that sing, saying that they're imbued with memories from the ancients who were once connected to them. Some believe the world's greatest megalithic stone circles were erected with the vibration of song and sound. Then, of course, there's the exquisite reverberation that occurs when we gather and sing together inside stone temples. The Singing Stones card invites you to share your voice now, to find ways to express your soul, your creativity with those around you. Your voice holds a unique sound current, and when you share it your own way, the world is forever changed. Don't try to sound like anyone else, for that would be a great waste. Find your own unique song and share that with the world around you now. How are you being called to share your voice and express your unique song right now? How are you being called to express yourself with the world and those around you? So all really good questions, and I think we should meditate on some of those, and understand what our song is. Yeah, I think even what is it? The Harry Potter, Hogwarts school anthem is everybody at the same time starts singing their own favorite song, and the voices all blend together. And of course, Dumbledore is shedding a tear at the end. It's moved him so much, but to sing your own unique song. Okay. I don't know where that came from. Oh my god. Freedom with the horse. Yeah, our heart wants freedom. Absolutely. Couldn't be a better card. So freedom, transformation, free spirit, move, and courage. The secret of happiness is freedom, and the secret of freedom is courage. Horse has a powerful message to share with you in regards to your time, your transformation, and newfound freedoms. Sometimes it's easier to sit in your PJs and hope that life will change, and yet you continue to allow yourself to be shackled away from your true spirit and your soul. Horse tells you it's time to dream big. It may take time to change things within your current relationships, whether romantic or platonic. It could be you feel stifled at your current career choice. Freedom doesn't mean that you give up your entire life, but instead allow yourself to disconnect the anchors tied around you. And it takes courage, and the end result is always positive. Spend some time in nature. Take in feeling the wind in your hair, breathe in nature's goodness, and just be. Just a few moments of solitude each day can allow your soul to reboot and clear itself from life's toxicities, freeing it in order to see the proper path. Horse could also mean that it's time for you to move house locations into the country. Or maybe that could be just one of your day trips. You just drive through the country. I always love doing those experiences. It's just so beautiful, all the nature. Oh, goodness. Okay. Anyways, until we meet again, remember, I do love you.